Good evening. I grew up in Los Angeles to immigrant parents from Pakistan. My mom is a tenacious speaker of truth, both about how I shouldn't have cut my daughter's bangs because they're like really crooked now, and about how this land is hers, even though she doesn't always feel welcome. My dad, who passed away in 2012, was my great inspiration on education. I would see him wake up really early in the morning to take the bus to work and come home really late at night exhausted, trying to make a better life for his family, like many immigrants. My parents are my great inspiration. They taught me sacrifice and they taught me how to give back to the community, which is how I came to community organizing. I worked in DC on policy, but just wanted to be closer to people and closer to building power with them, which is why I came back to LA, my home. I started working with an organization called LA Voice that does community organizing in faith communities. So one of the things that we're working on is creating sanctuary for folks facing deportation. And as a child of immigrants, that's really important to me. Some of the other work that I've been doing is working with folks who are formerly incarcerated to help pass Ban the Box, which removes the felony box on job applications, because if people have paid their time, they don't need a life sentence of joblessness. So I've never been to prison, but I feel a particular kinship with these individuals. Their stories are filled with so much love and hope and redemption, and I really believe that God is there, and my liberation is tied with theirs. Part of what makes this work possible for me is the training that I received in Liberty Hill's Wally Marks Leadership Institute, specifically on coaching. A lot of my colleagues at LA Voice have gotten all different kinds of training from the Institute, but coaching has really changed the way I do my work. I really have learned how to see people as resourceful and able to be the drivers in their lives. Often what happens in nonprofits is paternalism and patriarchy make it hard for people to see their own power. And through coaching, I really have changed the way that I do my work and also changed the way that I see myself. Last year, I was invited to talk about our organizing work to speak to President Obama. And I used coaching work to remain grounded as I was challenging him on policies and also representing the stories of LA to him. So Trump is our president. Yeah. And him and his cronies are quite literally attacking my people and so many of our people. And yet, I still have hope. Because this country has an embattled history with marginalizing people. And so this is nothing new. And I'm standing here today because I've benefited from the ripples of the civil rights movement, of the women's liberation movement, of the Chicano movement, of so many others before me. And I want to pay that forward. And yet, it's still really hard to wear my faith on my head and hope that people see more than a political symbol. But I'm not here for the haters. I'm fueled by my love for my daughter and the world that I want to leave her, and I'm fueled by my faith, which teaches me about authentic leadership and empathy. So I want us to dream bigger, just like my dad did. I remember right before he passed, I was laying next to him as he was caressing my hair, and I was telling him about some of my work and how it was being used in the halls of Congress and the White House. And he said, "Sarah Jawaid, you're taking my name places I never thought it would go as an immigrant to this country." And so today, I want to make sure that with my partner, we pass on the legacy to our daughter so she knows where she comes from, and she takes our name to new heights. Thank you.